Hello, my dear students. Good morning. Today our subject is construction material, which is studying in the third semester civil. And first of all, I introduce you myself is Swaran Singh, lecturer civil at Pandit Jagtaram Government Polytechnic College, Sharpur. So we have to discuss the subject construction material. So in this subject, our next topic is the building stone. So in the this first chapter is the building stone. Building stone in which we have to discuss the various types of the material in the construction material as cement, bricks, wood, timber, paints, glass, lime, sand, aggregate. So these are the civil engineering materials. So there are other type of material which are classified into the three type category. Civil engineering material, which deals with the civil engineering, is known as the civil engineering material. Number two, electrical engineering material, which deals with the electrical engineering purpose, is known as the electrical engineering material. That is the conducting material, semiconducting material, insulating material, and magnetic material. Number three, mechanical engineering material. Mechanical engineering material used for the mechanical engineering purpose. Different mechanical engineering purpose is known as mechanical engineering material. So these are the cast iron, wrought iron, steel, lubricating material. So these are the three type of materials: civil engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering material. Next, we have to discuss the building stone. So this is the first material of our subject, building stone. Stone is a natural material of the construction. Building stone are obtained from a quarry or by disintegration of the rocks by any suitable method is known as the stone. So there are so many structures which are built up by the stones. Red Fort, Taj Mahal, Agra Fort, that is the red sandstone, Taj Mahal, and Victoria Memorial in Calcutta from the marble. So building stone is a natural material of construction which is obtained from the rocks by any suitable method is called the stone. So the stone which is used for construction of engineering structure is known as the building stone. Stone world is derived from rocks are very irregular in shape and size. They are therefore dressed for proper bedding, thin joint, speedy construction. So stone possesses long-lasting property and naturally available in large quantity. It is therefore considered as one of the most popular engineering material in the construction. So utility of the stone nowadays, bricks in mortar and concrete, bricks and concrete are placing stone as a building material almost everywhere because good quality stones are because building stone are not easily and cheaply available in all parts of India. So difficult to handle due to the heavy weight. So they are costly in construction and also they involve heavy transportation and dressing charges. So their use is therefore restricted to the construction of heavy and permanent engineering structure. So a dam, dock, harbors, lighthouses, apartment, pier of bridges. So their use is also recommended for building in hilly area where good quality stone is available. Stones are being commonly used as aggregate for the concrete or slabs or paving of the floor or paving of street as blast in the railway track and our road metal. So rocks, aggregate of material, rocks, what is the definition of rocks? Rocks of the minerals of the which form the earth crust. Aggregate of minerals which form the earth crust is known as rocks. Earth crust is the inner part, inner core of the earth at greatest depth. So these are having no definite shape or chemical composition and are not homogeneous, being usually mixture of two or more different minerals. Next is classification of the rocks. So rocks are mainly classified into the following three categories. Number one, geological classification, physical classification. Number three, chemical classification. So geological classification, that are, it is based on the mode of the formation of the rocks. Geological rocks, these are further classified into the three categories. Number one, igneous rocks. Number two, sedimentary rocks. Number three, metamorphic rocks. So we have to discuss one by one geological, physical, chemical. Geological classification further classified into the three: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, the metamorphic rocks. So first, number one, igneous rocks. The rocks formed by solidification of the molten material, either inside or on the surface of the earth, is called igneous rocks. The rocks which are formed by solidification of molten material, magma, which is known as magma, which is present underneath of the earth at high temperature. So either inside or on the surface of earth is called igneous rocks. So these are also called the primary or first formed rocks. They are also known as unstratified or eruptive rocks. So these are the example: granite, basalt, and traps. So how the formation of the igneous rocks? Igneous rocks formed by description as it is as we go deeper into the earth, temperature of the material of the earth goes on increasing. As we go deeper, temperature also increasing as we go deeper into the earth. So at certain depth, the temperature may become so high that the material may acquire a molten state, liquid state. This molten material below the earth's surface is called magma. It's called magma. And when this molten material is on the surface of the earth, it is called lava. Come out on the earth surface, it is called lava. Magma can exist magma can exist in a molten condition so long as physical and chemical environment do not change. So, but when there is change in one or more of the condition like temperature, pressure, chemical composition, surrounding of the magma, it changes into a solid state in the form of the simple or complex solid mass, is known as the igneous rocks. The rocks are known as intrusive rocks when formed under the surface of the earth by solidification of magma, such as granite. The magma, along with the other gases, also move from one place to another underneath the earth. As soon as it find a weak portion in the earth crust, where they found the weak portion in the earth, then the lava, molten material, magma, is come out into the weak portion on the earth surface of the earth with great pressure in the form of the lava. The lava so erupted out, solidified due to the atmospheric action. So they are known as the eruptive rocks when formed over the earth by solidification of the lava due to volcanic eruption such as basalt and trap. So when the magma solidify under the surface of the earth, so formation of the granite, when this molten material come out on the earth surface in the form of lava, then they have to solidify due to change of the temperature, pressure, surrounding position conditions. So they formation of the basalt and trap rocks. So this is the formation of the igneous rocks from the molten material magma. So some of the solidify under the surface of earth, and when they come out on the earth surface in the form of lava, then they solidify, then formation of making the basalt and trap rocks. So second is B is the sedimentary rocks. What is the sedimentary rocks? The rocks formed by consolidation of the particles of the pre-existing rocks. ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ pre-existing rocks ਬਣੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ consolidation ਹੋ ਕੇ, so rocks formed by consolidation of particles of the pre-existing rocks under the effect of the weathering agent such as the sun, wind, running water, glacier, etc. are called the sedimentary rocks. So the rocks formed by consolidation of the pre-existing particle with the effect of weathering agent known as the sedimentary rocks. So these rocks are also called secondary rocks and also known as the stratified rocks, aqueous rocks. For example, conglomerate, sandstone, limestone. So what is the method of formation of sedimentary rocks? So sedimentary rocks formation, these rocks are formed by the process of described below. Number one, disintegration of the pre-existing rocks under the effect of the weathering agent. So weathering agent, sun, wind, running water, glacier, etc. Number two, transportation of disintegrated material, sediment, either in the solution or in suspension to other places. Number three, gradual deposition of sediment due to the setting down of the suspended particle or precipitation of the soluble constituent. Number four, compaction and consolidation of the deposit sediment either due to pressure or chemical action. Cementation with material like silica, carbonate of lime, iron oxide, etc. So these are the 4 points to formation of the sedimentary rock, disintegration of pre-existing rocks, transpiration of the disintegrated sediment, gradual deposition of sediment, number 4, composition, compaction and consolidation of the deposited sediment. So these are the 4 operations to making the sedimentary rocks. This process of consolidation turns the loose material into the hard muscle known as the sedimentary rocks. So when the sedimentary rocks are formed by mechanical action, by weathering, transportation, deposition, compaction of the particle in suspension of weathering agent, they are called mechanically formed rocks, such as conglomerate, shale, sandstone. And if the formed by chemical action such as decomposition, precipitation, and crystallization of particle in solution of weathering agent, they are known as the chemically formed rocks such as limestone. Sedimentary rocks formed by activity of organism, both plant and animal, are called organically formed rocks such as limestone and coal, etc. So these are the formation of the sedimentary rocks. Mechanically formed rocks, chemically formed rocks, they organically formed rocks. So these are also in the three category in the sedimentary rocks. Number three, metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks, the rocks formed from the pre-existing rocks within the earth crust under the variation of the or temperature or pressure, and both are called metamorphic rocks. So rocks formed from the pre-existing rocks within the earth crust under the change of the variation of the temperature, pressure, or both are called the metamorphic rocks. The existing rocks may be igneous or sedimentary, even metamorphic. कोई भी रॉक्स हो सकती है. igneous rocks तो temperature pressure change होने ਨਾਲ भी metamorphic rocks ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ. sedimentary ਦੇ ਵੀ temperature pressure change ਹੋਣ ਨਾਲ, even ਕਿ metamorphic ਦੇ ਵੀ ਅਗਰ temperature pressure condition change ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ, then they are also convert the next different form of the metamorphic rocks. So these are also example as marble, slate, gneiss, etc. How the formation of the rocks? Metamorphic rocks are formed by the following method. Pre-existing rocks within the earth crust do not change their state so long as their temperature and pressure remains unchanged. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਚਰ ਐਂਡ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਜਾਂ ਬੋਥ ਚੇਂਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ, ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਚੇਂਜ ਫਾਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ. So pre-existing rocks within the earth crust do not change their state so long as the temperature and pressure remains unchanged. Whenever there is any change in the temperature or pressure, या both, the equilibrium of existing rocks is disturbed and consequently change in texture, structure, composition of the rocks take place. So this process of formation of the new rocks is known as metamorphism, and rocks formed from this is called metamorphic rocks. For example, they have changed mudstone. Mudstone, when temperature and pressure changes, then they converted into the shale, next further converted into the slate. So same formula which is this limestone है, when the temperature and pressure changes, they converted into the marble. Shale, that converted into the slate. इस तरह ही sandstone, when change in temperature, pressure या both, converted into the quartzite. इस तरह ही igneous rocks, granite है, when they have to change pressure, temperature, other surrounding condition, converted into the gneiss. So these are the example of these the metamorphic rocks. So this is the process of formation of the new rocks is called the metamorphism, and the rocks formed from these this is called metamorphic rocks. So this is the geological classification complete. So geological classification, three type: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, the metamorphic rocks. सेकंड है फिजिकल क्वालिफिकेशन, फिजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन. It is based on the physical property, structure, arrangement of the particle of the rocks. Physically, rocks are classified into the three types. So physical classification is based on the physical property, structure, the arrangement of the particle of the rocks. So these are the three types. Number one, unstratified rocks. Number two, stratified rocks. And number three, foliated rocks. Unstratified rocks which do not show distinct sign of the layers and cannot be easily split up into the layers are called unstratified rocks. For example, granite, basalt, trap, igneous form of the rock. So rocks which do not show any layer of the sign of the layer and cannot be easily split up is known as the unstratified rocks. Number two, stratified rocks, the rocks which distinct show sign of the different type of layers and can be split up into the layers are called stratified rocks. For example, sandstone, limestone, etc. These are the stratified rocks which show the different sign of the layer. Number three, foliated rocks. The rocks which can be split up into the thin sheets. The rocks which can be split up into the thin sheets are known as foliated rocks. For example, slate, schist, etc. So the rocks, the stone which show the different thin sheets, layers is known as the foliated rocks. So this is the second physical classification of the rocks: unstratified, stratified, the foliated rocks. So these are also three type geological, three type physical. Number three, chemical classification. It is based on the chemical decomposition, chemical composition of the rocks. Totally, it is based on the chemical composition of the rocks. Chemically, rocks are classified into the three type. Number one, siliceous rocks. Number two, argillaceous rocks. Number three, calcareous rocks. First, siliceous rocks, SiO2. The rocks having silica or sand as their major constituent are known as siliceous rocks. So major constituent silica known as the siliceous rocks. For example, granite, sandstone, quartzite. B. Argillaceous rocks. The rocks having alumina as their clay as their major constituent of the known as the argillaceous rocks. So they may be hard like slate or soft like mudstone. So alumina is the main constituent, major constituent. That is also known as the clay, is known as argillaceous rocks. Number three, calcareous rocks. The rocks having calcium carbonate or lime is the major constituent. So CaCO3, calcium carbonate or lime is the major constituent known as the calcareous rocks. For example, limestone, marble, canker, etc. So these are the total classification of the rocks, how they formation, igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks, that is known as the geological classification. So it is based on the solidification, it is based on the mode of the formation of the rocks geologically. So igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. So Second is the physical classification, unstratified, stratified, foliated rocks. Number 3, chemical classification, siliceous rocks, argillaceous rocks, calcareous rocks. So these are the total classification of the rocks formation, which, for example, various types of the rocks formation: granite, basalt, trap, sandstone, limestone, uh, marble, conker, quartzite, etc. So next topic is our content is general characteristic या properties या requirement of the good building stone. एक गुड ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਸਟੋਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਲਈ, ਸਿਵਲ ਇੰਜੀਨੀਅਰਿੰਗ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟਸ ਲਈ, ਇੰਜੀਨੀਅਰਿੰਗ ਪਰਪਸ ਲਈ, ਉਹਦੀ ਕੀ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀਜ਼ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ, ਕੀ ਉਹਦੀਆਂ ਕਰੈਕਟਰਿਸਟਿਕਸ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਫॉर ए गुड ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਸਟੋਨ ਲਈ। So there are so many types of the properties. Number 1, appearance. Number 2, strength. Number 3, hardness, toughness and resistance to abrasion. Number 4, durability. Number 5, texture. Number 6, workability. Number 7, seasoning. Number 8, porosity. Number 9, resistance to fire. And 10, specific gravity. And 11, resistance to electricity. So these are the main 11 characteristic of the good building stone. So we have to discuss one by one. Number 1, appearance. A good building stone to be used for face work must be uniform and pleasing color. It must be free from the cavities, cracks, flaws, loose patches, sort of material. Number 2, strength. Good building stone should have sufficient crushing strength to withstand the load of structure. It should not be less than 1000 kg per centimeter square. 3, hardness, toughness and resistance to abrasion. A good building stone to be used in the stair, pavement, street, railway blast must be hard, tough and resistance to abrasion. It must be able to resist wear and tear. Number 4, durability. Good building stone must be durable enough to resist the effect of weathering agent, sun, rain, wind, temperature, etc. It should be fine-grained, compact and crystalline structure. Number 5, texture. A good building stone should have closed-grained texture, compact texture. Number 6, workability. A stone to be used for the ornamental carving works and architectural purpose should be easily and economical dressed. So we can easily work out on the stone for the face work and architectural appearance, ornamental carving. So workable stone should be available. Number 7, seasoning. Seasoning means to draw out the moisture content from the any material. So the stone to be used for important interior work should be well seasoned. Presence of moisture make the stone soft and it is liable to decay when used in the structure work if it is more than 5 to 10% water. Number 8, porosity. A good building stone should be less porous. It should not absorb water more than 5%. If absorbing water more than 5% up to 10%, it should be rejected. So next is number 9, resistance to fire. A good building stone should be able to resist high temperature. In mineral constituent should have equal coefficient for the expansion. Number 10, specific gravity. The stone to be used on the heavy engineering work, docks, harbors, gravity dam, etc. must have high specific gravity. It should vary from the 2.4 to like a 2.8. So next is resistance to electricity. So good building stone should be non-absorbent like marble and slate so that it can offer the good resistance to the electricity. So these are the properties, characteristic of the good building stone. So it should be a good appearance, good pleasing color, should have uniform and pleasing color, free from the cavities, flaws, loose material, soft material. Strength that should not be less than 1000 kg per centimeter square. Hardness, toughness more, and wear and tear should be less to resist the wear and tear. Durability, durable होना चाहिए, working texture colos grained होना चाहिए, workability ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ornamental carving work ਲਈ workable stone होना चाहिए. Seasoning should be well seasoned, not moisturized. So porosity, the stone should be non-porous. It should not absorb water more than 5%. If absorbing more than 10%, it should be rejected. So resistance to fire, specific gravity for heavy engineering works like dams, like retaining wall, like bridges, like harbor docks, like harbors, like specific gravity should be 2.4 to 2.8. So resistance to electricity, it is non-absorbent. So should be होना चाहिए like the marble and slate. So it can offer the good resistance to electricity. So my dear student, this is our today topic is good building stones, is the classification, formation of the rocks, characteristic properties of the good building stones. So these are the topic of the construction material. Thanks. See.